When the mountains rise and block the way, when the hearts get crushed beneath and hopes lie broken on the floor, God is still in control. He spoke the stars into the sky. He caused the sun and the moon to rise. He formed the seas and the hills and the mountains. Is anything too hard for God? In Genesis 18, verse 9 to 15, I'll surely return to you about this time next year, and Sarah, your wife, shall have a son. Sarah gets to hear this, and she laughed out of disbelief. When you tell an 8 and 9-year-old whose womb is already closed, menopause happened, it sounds laughable. By 50 to 60 years, most women are fully spent and cannot have children biologically. Recently, in November 2023, a 70-year-old woman in Uganda gave birth to twins through IVF, making her the oldest woman to give birth in Africa. But Sarah was much older than this when God did it. In verse 14, God responds back, is anything too hard for God? He created us in time but does not live in time. There are no seconds, minutes, and hours to Him. He lives in eternity to manage our schedules. And the things we call too late for me, He still controls them. He created trillions of planets and gave us planet Earth as our home, yet we feel it is so huge. A planet called Neptune is 4 billion miles away from the planet Earth. Now the same God made 2 trillion galaxies, such as Spiral Galaxy, Speedwheel Galaxy, and Milky Way Galaxy. In the 2 trillions, we live in the Milky Way Galaxy, which is about 100,000 light years wide, which is about 621 countless trillion miles wide. Inside the galaxy is where we find our tiny Mother Earth. God made this all, and nothing is too hard for Him. Besides our planet, God is in charge of trillions of other planets daily, and yet He never gets fatigued. God made man so small and put him into a universe so big so that He can send a message to him that He is still in control. He is able to place the stars in the sky and sockets and suspend the sky like a curtain. What a God! God is bigger than time. God is bigger than our dates. God is bigger than appointments. He wants you to move through the day with a quiet heart and an inward assurance that He is still in control. The circumstances we want Him to change are often the circumstances He is using to change us. God is looking for those whom He can do the impossible, like Sarah, who are past age of childbearing. God often speaks promises into what seems impossible, not to frustrate us, but to draw us to His deeper faith and trust. Even when circumstances look hopeless, nothing is too hard for God. In 16 to 33, the tone of the conversation shifts to the visitors' mission they had come for. God's mission was to destroy Sodom because its wickedness had reached the sky. He reveals this plan to Abraham, who had a rival cousin in Sodom. Abraham pleads for Sodom, lowering the number from 50 to 10 righteous people, and each time of the bargain, God agrees yes. Abraham's life shows us what it means to stand before God on behalf of others. True intercession is not about good words, but a heart that pleads with God for the sake of others. To stand before God on behalf of men is the greatest act of love. We align ourselves with God's compassion and become vessels of God's mercy. We see Abraham so bold yet humble in interceding, teaching us compassion in persistence and mercy in times of prayer. Finally, why do you permit a cycle of hatred and revenge to continue in your family? Stand before God and stop every negative that has been flowing. Be a true intercessor like Abraham. Thank you for listening. Patrick, Living Word Community. God bless you.